And the third reason, as a tip of the iceberg, the sorrows and pain of my people reflect in this book. While I believe that books is not enough to write about the deep tragedy of my country, especially the 30 years war in Afghanistan. And also I expose that the name of some so-called Democrat in Afghanistan who are hypocrite here talking about secularism, they are talking about Islam in Afghanistan and do compromise with these warlords, was important for me to expose them as well for justice-loving people around the world. And mainly that we need the international solidarity. I think truth itself, if to tell to the people around the world, to people of the US, to people of these NATO countries, I'm sure they will not sit silent and all will come out and their government will face with the resistance of their people first of all. And hopefully this book will help to open the eyes and mind of democratic minded people around the world. And Mr. Derek O'Keefe, the writer of the book, he's a strong activist, human rights, women rights activist, anti-war activist from Canada. He helped me to write that book. This book in 14 countries get published in different name. For example, in England and Australia, the name is Raising My Voice. Here in Canada and US, the name is A Woman Among Warlords. In France, the name is, I think, In the Name of My People. I love it. And different title they put on the book.
And you have survived many assassination attempts, haven't you? Many people call me brave, but you know, I don't face the same kind of struggles that you do. Tell us how you have to travel in your country.
Yeah, right now, not only me, most of my people, as I said, by presence of thousands of troops in Afghanistan, they don't have security, especially women in most of provinces and faraway provinces. They do not have even human life. We are talking about women rights. They are living like to live in a hill. Killing a woman that much easy in Afghanistan like a bird. But my life a little different. Why it is more risky? Because I'm famous in Afghanistan and I stand up against these warlords. In 2003 I teared their mosque for the people around the world, not only in my country. That's why my life has been changed and day by day getting more risky. And now in Afghanistan I'm changing safe house to safe houses, and these are my supporters who I have trust on them. And despite burqa and bodyguard, it's too much risky, as you said, assassination attempts. I can imagine all of these hardships, all of these risks, challenges, and as I face every day. But always I'm saying to Democrat people around the world that what I believe, that I don't fear death, I fear political silence against injustice. That's the point always makes me worry to think about. I'm not better than my people, as every day they are killing innocent civilians. Even they are bombing our wedding parties, what they did in Nangarhar, in Nuristan, and also in Kandahar. And anyway.
That's really hard, I know. So Karzai, Obama, Bush, you know, whoever, they obviously don't have the best, our best interest at heart. What can people who are listening to my radio show, what is the best thing that the people, just people, you know, just like you and me, just regular people, what is the best thing that people listening to my radio show can do to help you and to help your people?
Yeah, of course. There's a famous saying, I don't remember this writer who I love this quote that says, in the world there's two superpower. One is US government, one is you, means people. And yeah, I believe power of people is like power of God. Our disunity gave more chance to these terrorists, not only in Afghanistan, what's going on today in Palestine, what's going on in Burma, in Pakistan, war start, in Iraq, what's happening, in some African countries, in Iran, the fascist regime of Iran, etc. We must join our hands to each other as we believe in international solidarity. In this catastrophic situation, on behalf of my people, I really need your moral support for my people, and financial support, educational support, and your voice. We need your powerful voice against occupation, as no nation can donate liberation to another nation. With more details how you can support us, you can read in my book as well, Because this is the question always from the audience, from great people around the world in US I face. And you can do a lot. It means a lot for us in these countries. For example, you can contact with human rights organizations, and we need their support because we risking their life there, that one day we bring these criminals, we want to bring them to the International Criminal Court. They are like Pinochet, Franco, Mussolini, Suharto, and Bush of my country. First of all, you should put pressure on your government, on Mr. Obama, that he must bring this criminal Bush to the International Criminal Court for the war crime he committed.
Well, and as far as I'm concerned, the more troops Obama sends, the more he deserves to be in an international war crimes court also. So I promise you that we'll do everything we can on this side to end the occupation. And do you know an organization that you can say right off the top where my listeners can send money to? Right off the top of your head?
There in Afghanistan we have some democratic parties, but more than parties we have intellectuals, individuals, high educated professors, that there is no honorable job for them. Despite risk, I apologize, I cannot give their name. By email I can give their name, but at least some of them who are famous, like RAWA, Revolutionary Association of the Women of Afghanistan, that they have their own activists and they are still struggling underground, and everyone in Afghanistan stand up against the warlord and this occupation. They they say that they belong to RAWA, even Welby Man. Same that right now they are telling me she's a member of RAWA while I'm independent. I was social activist of organization promoting Afghan women capabilities. It is like NGO that since Taliban period I was activist. We had underground activities, especially education for the girls and women. And still they have some project, but they are losing their project because they don't do compromise with these warlords, this corrupt system. And some other NGO there, if you want their name I can give you by email, while I'm telling you most of Afghan and foreign NGOs in Afghanistan is very corrupt. Today, one enemy of my people is that NGO lord. But some of them that who really working, please join your hands as much as you can. Support some democratic parties and democrat NGOs and many other activists we have in Afghanistan, and they are underground activists.
And please buy Malalai's book, Woman Among Warlords, to support your work too. Thank you so much. You're just 2 years older than my oldest daughter, and just 1 year older than my son who was killed in Iraq. And we just want to honor your sacrifice. We want to honor your courage to be able to speak out, and we're going to do everything we can to support you.
I'm so sorry, I didn't know that before. I say condolence to you, as I met some American mom and also other countries that I attend, those who lost their sons in Afghanistan. They hug me, they cry, and I told them, I'm telling you same, that please change your sorrows, your tears, as you do, to the strength, and raise your voice against the wrong policy of your government. First of all, I think condolence is not enough. The government must not shed the blood of their troops for nothing. As always I'm saying, they waste their taxpayer money and blood of their soldiers by support of such terrorists and such mafia corrupt system in Afghanistan. So thanks a lot for your solidarity and support, and more than everyone we can understand your sorrows, as every day these occupation forces killing my people. In the meantime, these warlords and Taliban, these troops themselves are the victim of the wrong policy of their government. As a group of them, I was in Washington, I had a meeting with some Democrat politician and also some so-called Democrat politician, that the warlord of the US, always I'm saying, they are like the warlord of Afghanistan. Anyway, but I told them, especially to the Democrat politician, and means justice-loving politician, I said the silence of good people is worse than the action of bad people. Anyway, we need your solidarity. Thank you.
Well, you have it 100%. And thank you so much for being on Cindy Sheehan's Soapbox today. And I'll post the links to where we can really help. We don't want to send money to corrupt organizations, but we'll send, we'll try to get links to good organizations who are actually doing good things in Afghanistan. Thank you. Oh, thank you. We're honored by your courage. This is Cindy Sheehan. That was a special video edition of Cindy Sheehan's Soapbox. Thank you for tuning in.